So first thing you want to do with these ribs is flip them over bone side up, and you want to get this silver skin, this white membrane off. Just kind of pick at the corners with a knife. Sometimes a butter knife helps out. And just keep loosening it up. And keep going with it. Make sure you don't have any down at this end. And once you're done with that, we can move on to the rub. Okay, next we're going to be up for putting the rub on. Some people use a binder. You don't need to, but I find that putting a little mustard on, you can use mayonnaise too. It just helps the rub stick to the meat a little bit better. It really doesn't change the flavor, or some people said it actually adds flavor. Personally, I don't think it tastes anything like mustard, so don't be afraid of that. But just kind of cover all the meat, and then take the rub. I like Sweet Preacher pork rub, and just cover the whole thing. Can kind of press it in and flip it over, do the other side too. Don't be afraid to get too much on there. That looks pretty good. Now that the smoker is up to temperature, 200 degrees, it's time to slap them on there. You just take the racks, throw them right on the grill racks. Uncovered. And we are going to leave them at 200 degrees for the next 3 hours. Okay, so I just pulled the ribs out after the initial 3 hours. So you're going to lay out some aluminum foil and put the ribs bone side up. You're going to take a half stick of butter and kind of spread it out across. You're going to take roughly a half cup of brown sugar, but it doesn't really matter. You just want to coat the whole thing. Just make sure it's all over there. Can't go wrong with the brown sugar. It'll melt off with the butter and kind of soak through all the meat. And then you want to take some apple juice, apple cider, whatever you have. Pour that on too. This will just help keep it moist in there. Then we're just going to seal it up good. Grab another piece of foil and wrap it from the other side. And this will help just steam it all in there. It's all wrapped up. Now we're going to throw it back into the smoker for another 2 hours at 200 degrees. Okay, so I just pulled the ribs out after the 2 hours. Be careful when you open up the aluminum foil. There's going to be a lot of hot juices in there, so just drain it into the sink. And now this last step, what we're going to do is add some barbecue sauce. I like Sweet Baby Ray's, but you can use whatever you want. Just kind of coat it there. Take a brush or your hands, whatever you want to do. You can brush on pretty thick. And just make sure it's spread out evenly. You can do the underneath if you want to too, but you don't really need to. Just get a good heavy layer on top. And then we're going to take these and we're going to put them back in the grill, bone side down now. And between a half an hour and an hour is enough. You just want the barbecue sauce to get tacky. And here's your finished product. Let them rest for 10 to 15 minutes and then cut them up into whatever size chunks you want and serve.